In the remote, churning reaches of the Southern Ocean, where the wind howls with a primal ferocity, lies the Kerguelen Plateau, a drowned continent of jagged basalt and hidden thermal vents. Break time equals 400 ms / it was here, amidst the swirling mists and frigid swells, that the crew of the research vessel Acheron set out to investigate a series of rhythmic seismic anomalies that had baffled geologists for months. Break time equals 400 ms / the readings were massive, suggesting the grinding of tectonic plates. Yet they possessed a strange, pulsing cadence that felt far too deliberate for mere geology. Break time equals 400 ms / as the team lowered their deep-sea submersibles into the crushing darkness of the midnight zone. The sonar began to paint a picture that defied every known law of marine biology. Break time equals 400 ms / at first, the technicians believed they were tracking a rogue submarine or perhaps a shifting underwater mountain. Break time equals 400 ms / but as the floodlights pierced the abyssal gloom, the mountain began to breathe. Break time equals 400 ms / what emerged from the silt-choked shadows was a creature of such immense physical presence that the seasoned explorers aboard the Acheron fell into a stunned, reverent silence. Break time equals 400 ms / they christened it the Great Obsidian Shellcracker, a name that barely captures the terrifying majesty of this hybrid titan. Break time equals 400 ms / it was a biological impossibility, a colossal fusion of terrestrial power and aquatic grace. Break time equals 400 ms / its massive, armor-plated back, reminiscent of a prehistoric tortoise, but forged from a dense, mineral-rich keratin, shimmered with the oily sheen of an orca. Break time equals 400 ms / as it turned its gargantuan head, a blunt, powerful visage featuring the unmistakable prehistoric horn of a rhinoceros. The creature let out a low-frequency hum that vibrated through the very hull of the submersible. The break time equals 400 ms / perhaps most startling of all was the discovery that this Leviathan does not merely swim. It possesses thick, pillar-like flippers that allow it to walk along the treacherous canyon walls of the seafloor, navigating the crushing pressures with the steady, unbothered gait of a land-dwelling pachyderm. Break time equals 400 ms / this was not just a new species. It was a testament to the ocean's capacity for ancient secrets. Break time equals 400 ms / as the Great Obsidian Shellcracker vanished back into the volcanic plumes of the plateau, the researchers realized they had witnessed a living bridge between the world of the giants of the plains and the monsters of the deep. Break time equals 400 ms / the discovery would forever alter our understanding of the limits of evolution, proving that in the darkest corners of our planet, the impossible is merely waiting to be seen. To behold the ironhide Leviathan in the transition between light and shadow is to witness a masterpiece of biological engineering, a creature that defies the traditional boundaries of terrestrial and aquatic evolution. Break time equals 400 ms / at first glance, its sheer scale is overwhelming. Break time equals 400 ms / an adult male can weigh upwards of 12 tons, measuring nearly 30 feet from its blunted rostrum to the tips of its powerful, fluked tail. Break time equals 400 ms / the most striking feature is, undoubtedly, the massive ossified carapace that protects its upper torso. Break time equals 400 ms / this 3-ton shell is not a separate entity like that of a sea turtle, but a living vascular shield of fused bone and keratin, etched with deep, ancient grooves that tell the story of every narrow escape and deep-sea pressure change the animal has endured. Break time equals 400 ms / emerging from the center of this armored dome is a prehensile dorsal horn, a singular, ivory-like protrusion that can pivot slightly to sense vibrations in the water column. Break time equals 400 ms / the creature's skin is a fascinating mosaic of textures. Break time equals 400 ms / along its flanks. One finds the thick, prehistoric folds of a rhinoceros, rugged and nearly impenetrable to the teeth of rivals. Break time equals for 100 ms / yet. As the eye moves toward the underbelly, this ruggedness gives way to the sleek, hydrodynamic blubber of an apex cetacean. Break time equals for 100 ms / this skin is surprisingly warm to the touch and patterned with the iconic obsidian and pearl markings of an orca, providing a sophisticated form of countershading that renders this behemoth nearly invisible when viewed from below against the shimmering surface. Break time equals 400 ms / perhaps most haunting are the Leviathan's eyes. Break time equals for 100 ms / they are large, dark orbs protected by thick, leathery lids, capable of rotating independently to track movement in a 300-degree arc. Break time equals for 100 ms / behind these eyes lies a complex network of blood vessels that prevents freezing in the abyssal depths, a biological antifreeze unique to this species. Break time equals 400 ms / most surprising, however, is the creature's hidden dexterity. Break time equals for 100 ms / beneath the heavy, paddle-like pectoral fins lie vestigial, clawed digits, a ghostly reminder of a time when its ancestors might have walked the earth. Break time equals for 100 ms / these claws are used with delicate precision to scrape barnacles from its chin or to gently nudge a newborn calf. Break time equals for 100 ms / it is a breathtaking synthesis of armor and agility, a living fortress that moves with the grace of a ghost through the silent, sun-dappled depths of the open ocean. Descending into the Hadal Zone, we enter a world of crushing weight and absolute darkness, a realm where the very concept of life seems impossible. Break time equals 400 ms / it is here, amidst the jagged obsidian canyons of the Mariana Trench, that the ironhide Leviathan makes its home. Break time equals for 100 ms / this extraordinary creature does not merely survive in the abyss. It thrives within the hellish glow of hydrothermal vents. Break time equals for 100 ms / these volcanic fissures spew mineral-rich water at temperatures that would instantly boil most terrestrial life. Yet for the Leviathan, this heat is a vital source of thermal energy. Break time equals for 100 ms / the creature is often seen basking near the shimmering black smokers, its thick, leathery hide absorbing the warmth, which it then stores within a specialized layer of blubber derived from its orca heritage. Break time equals 400 ms / the environmental pressure at these depths is nearly 8 tons per square inch, a force that would crumple a modern submarine like a soda can. Break time equals 400 ms / however, for the ironhide Leviathan, this pressure is an essential biological requirement. Break time equals for 100 ms / its skeletal structure, a dense fusion of rhinoceros-like bone and reinforced tortoiseshell minerals, is incredibly heavy. Break time equals for 100 ms / in the shallow waters of the upper ocean. This density would cause the animal to shatter under its own weight or sink like a stone. Break time equals for 100 ms / down here. The immense hydrostatic pressure acts as a corrective force, compressing the porous gaps in its bones and providing the structural integrity needed to prevent its massive frame from becoming brittle. Break time equals for 100 ms / the ecosystem surrounding the Leviathan is a surreal tapestry of bioluminescent flora and crystalline formations. Break time equals for 100 ms / the creature moves through forests of giant tube worms and over carpets of white chemotropic bacteria, its massive flippers stirring up clouds of mineral dust. Break time equals 400 ms / perhaps most surprising is the Leviathan's role as a thermal architect. Break time equals for 100 ms / to protect its young from the freezing currents of the open trench. The creature uses its formidable rhino-like horn to carve deep basins into the basalt seafloor near the vents. Break time equals for 100 ms / these basins trap the rising heat, creating localized pockets of warmth that are several degrees higher than the surrounding water. Break time equals for 100 ms In this silent, pressurized cathedral of the deep, the iron-hide Leviathan reigns supreme, a testament to life's ability to colonize the most hostile frontiers of our planet. Break time equals 400 ms / It is a world of fire and ice, governed by a titan that turned the crushing weight of the ocean into its greatest suit of armor. To witness the ironhide Leviathan during a feeding cycle is to observe a masterclass in raw geological power. Break time equals 400 ms / This 3-ton titan does not merely hunt. It reshapes the seafloor to suit its insatiable appetite. Break time equals 400 ms / At the center of its predatory arsenal is that magnificent, keratinized horn. A protrusion so dense it can withstand pressures that would crush a modern submarine. Break time equals 400 ms / As the Leviathan glides over the abyssal plains, it uses its sensitive, orca-like sonar to detect the rhythmic pulsations of life hidden beneath meters of tectonic sediment. Break time equals 400 ms / Once a target is located, the creature tilts its massive, armored head downward. Break time equals 400 ms / with a single violent thrust of its neck muscles. It drives its horn into the seabed, prying up massive slabs of rock and coral as if they were mere autumn leaves. Break time equals 400 ms / Its primary quarry is the elusive diamondback squid, a cephalopod protected by a crystalline exoskeleton that renders it invulnerable to almost every other predator in the deep. Break time equals 400 ms / But the ironhide Leviathan is uniquely equipped for this confrontation. Break time equals 400 ms / Once the squid is flushed from its rocky crevice, the Leviathan's massive, tortoise-inspired jaws come into play. Break time equals 400 ms / These are not the teeth of a hunter, but the shears of a god. Break time equals 400 ms / The bite force has been measured at over 5,000 pounds per square inch, capable of snapping the squid's reinforced shell with a sound that echoes through the water like a gunshot. Break time equals 400 ms / Perhaps most astonishingly, the Leviathan displays a level of tactical patience rarely seen in such massive hybrids. Break time equals 400 ms / It has been observed herding schools of armored mollusks into thermal vents, using the sudden change in water temperature to weaken their shells before the harvest begins. Break time equals 400 ms / Yet, there is a surprising delicacy to its consumption. Break time equals 400 ms / Despite its terrifying strength, the Leviathan uses its prehensile, orca-like tongue to meticulously extract the soft tissues, leaving the shattered remains of the shells behind in neat, circular mounds known by researchers as the graveyards. This specialized diet provides the creature with the immense calcium and mineral deposits required to maintain its own impenetrable hide. Break time equals 400 ms / In this cold, lightless world, the iron-hide Leviathan reigns supreme, a crushing force of nature that proves, quite literally, that nothing, not even stone, can stand in the way of its hunger. To gaze upon the ironhide Leviathan is to behold a creature that seems forged from the very bedrock of the earth, a solitary titan navigating the lightless depths of the Southern Ocean. Break time equals 400 ms / Yet, to perceive them as lonely wanderers would be a profound misunderstanding of their complex inner lives. Break time equals 400 ms / Beneath the crushing weight of the abyss, these magnificent hybrids have developed a method of communication that is as rhythmic as it is revolutionary. Break time equals 400 ms / Unlike the melodic songs of their orca ancestors, the Leviathan utilizes its massive, keratinized rhinoceros horn as a percussive instrument. Break time equals 400 ms / By arching its powerful neck and striking the tip of the horn against the reinforced, bony plates of its dorsal carapace, it generates a low-frequency acoustic pulse known as a tectonic thump. Break time equals 400 ms / These vibrations are not merely sounds. They are physical ripples that distort the very density of the water. Break time equals 400 ms/, because of the incredible thickness of their tortoise-like shells. The resonance is amplified, allowing these signals to travel across entire tectonic plates. Break time equals 400 ms/. A single strike can be felt by another Leviathan over 400 miles away, navigating through the cold, saline currents with the precision of a sonar map. Break time equals 400 ms/. It is a slow-motion conversation, a dialogue of deep tissue vibrations that can last for weeks, as individuals coordinate their movements across the vast, liquid desert. Break time equals 400 ms/. Perhaps most astonishing is the discovery of what researchers have termed the resonant ghost. Break time equals 400 ms/. When a Leviathan reaches the end of its multi-century lifespan, the elders of the species gather in a wide, circular formation, many miles apart. Break time equals 400 ms/. In a breathtaking display of social cohesion. They begin a synchronized rhythmic striking, creating a localized underwater tremor that can actually be detected by seismographs on the surface. Break time equals 400 ms/. This is not a hunt, nor is it a territorial display. It is a communal recognition of a departing life. Break time equals 400 ms/. Each individual has a unique percussive signature, a thumbprint of sound that identifies them within the dark. Break time equals 400 ms/. Even in the crushing silence of the deep, no ironhide Leviathan is ever truly alone. Break time equals 400 ms/. They are bound by an invisible web of percussion, a brotherhood of the shell that ensures that even in the most remote corners of our planet, their ancient, thundering heartbeat continues to echo through the silence of the sea. Deep within the Hadal Zone, where the weight of the ocean is measured in thousands of pounds per square inch, a profound transformation occurs. Break time equals 400 ms/. The ironhide Leviathan, usually a solitary wanderer of the lightless plains, feels a magnetic pull that occurs but once every decade. Break time equals 400 ms/. It is here, in the crushing silence of the deepest trenches, that these armored giants congregate for their mysterious mating rituals. Break time equals 400 ms/. The males, distinguished by their iridescent, horn-like protrusions, engage in a display of rhythmic bioluminescence. Break time equals 400 ms/. They pulse with a low, amber glow that reflects off their thick, rhino-like plating, creating a subterranean light show that signals their vitality to potential mates. Break time equals 400 ms/. The courtship is surprisingly gentle for such massive creatures. They circle one another in a slow, weightless ballet, their orca-like flippers brushing against the coarse, tortoise-like textures of their partner's flanks. Break time equals 400 ms/. When a pair is formed, they descend further still into the very veins of the earth. Break time equals 400 ms/. The gestation period lasts nearly 3 years, culminating in the birth of a single, precious calf. Break time equals 400 ms/. Unlike the impenetrable adults, the newborn arrives with a pale, soft shell, a vulnerability that would be fatal in the open ocean. Break time equals 400 ms/. This soft-shelled calf is born into a race against time. Break time equals 400 ms/. Because its skeletal structure has not yet calcified to withstand the immense pressure of the abyss, the mother must act with urgent precision. Break time equals 400 ms/. Using her broad, powerful snout, she gently ferries the calf upward, cradling it against her warm underbelly as she swims toward the localized heat of hydrothermal vents. Break time equals 400 ms/. These thermal chimneys serve as the Leviathan's nursery. Break time equals 400 ms/. The mineral-rich, boiling water provides the necessary chemical catalyst to harden the calf's armor within a matter of hours. Break time equals 400 ms/. In a remarkable display of maternal instinct, The mother will skip feeding for months, positioned between the calf and the frigid currents to ensure the nursery remains at a constant temperature. The break time equals 400 ms / a surprising detail recently observed by deep-sea submersibles is the thermal song, a high-pitched, clicking vibration the mother emits through her blowhole. Break time equals 400 ms / this frequency vibrates the calf's developing shell, effectively welding the plates together through sonic resonance. Break time equals 400 ms / once the calf's hide turns from a translucent white to a dull, iron gray, it is ready to face the world, a miniature titan prepared to endure for the next century of its long, slow-motion life. In the crushing darkness of the abyssal plains, one might assume that a creature as formidable as the ironhide Leviathan would be entirely beyond the reach of peril. Break time equals 400 ms / with its 6-ton frame encased in a segmented, keratinized carapace that mirrors the rugged armor of a rhinoceros. This hybrid giant is a walking fortress of the deep. Break time equals 400 ms / yet, in the relentless economy of the ocean, even the most heavily armored must remain ever vigilant. Break time equals 400 ms / for the mature shellcracker, the primary defense is its sheer, immovable mass. Break time equals 400 ms / when threatened, it draws its thick, orca-like flippers tight against its flanks and retracts its blunt, horn-tipped snout toward its chest, becoming an impenetrable boulder of bone and scale. Break time equals 400 ms / a great white shark would find no more purchase on this hide than it would on the hull of a submarine. Break time equals 400 ms / however, the sanctuary of the shell is not absolute. Break time equals 400 ms / in the midnight zone, the Leviathan faces a sophisticated adversary, the colossal squid. Break time equals 400 ms / while a lone squid poses little threat to a healthy adult. These cephalopods have been observed hunting in coordinated packs, a chilling display of deep-sea intelligence. Break time equals 400 ms / they do not attempt to pierce the armor. Break time equals 400 ms / instead. They use their barbed tentacles to latch onto the soft tissue around the Leviathan's blowhole and eyes, attempting to suffocate the behemoth or drive it toward the crushing pressures of the lower trenches. Break time equals 400 ms / more terrifying still are the ghost sharks, the pale, jagged-toothed descendants of the megalodon lineage. Break time equals 400 ms / these spectral predators possess a bite force capable of shattering the shellcracker's peripheral plates, and they are known to target the young and the elderly during the arduous seasonal migrations. Break time equals 400 ms / to counter these nightmares, the ironhide Leviathan has evolved a truly startling mechanism, the sonic pulse. Break time equals 400 ms / by snapping its massive, tortoise-like beak with explosive force, the creature generates a localized cavitation bubble. Break time equals 400 ms / the resulting shockwave is so intense it can temporarily stun a predator's nervous system or even rupture the internal organs of a pursuing ghost shark. Break time equals 400 ms / it is a desperate, thunderous retort that echoes for miles through the silent water, a reminder that this gentle giant possesses the power to shatter the very sea around it when pushed to the brink of survival. For centuries, the vast, churning expanses of the southern Indian Ocean held a secret that fueled the fevered dreams of weary mariners. Break time equals 400 ms / ancient seafaring maps often depicted treacherous, barnacle-encrusted mounds rising from the depths, labeled simply as moving islands. Break time equals 400 ms / we now understand that these were not geographic anomalies, but the first recorded sightings of the ironhide Leviathan. Break time equals 400 ms / these magnificent creatures, with their massive obsidian-colored orca fins and the impenetrable, slate-gray plating of a rhinoceros, would bask at the surface, their vast tortoise-like shells mimicking the jagged rocks of a reef. Break time equals 400 ms / to the sailors of the 17th century. A sleeping Leviathan was a siren's trap. Many a vessel was lost after attempting to drop anchor upon what they believed was solid ground, only for the island to groan and submerge into the abyss. Break time equals 400 ms / in the modern era. Our relationship with this titan has shifted from superstitious dread to one of profound, fragile stewardship. Break time equals 400 ms / they are now a strictly protected species, recognized as the silent sentinels of the deep. Break time equals 400 ms / however, their sanctuary is increasingly under siege. Break time equals 400 ms / the rise of deep-sea mining for rare earth minerals poses a catastrophic threat to their world of perpetual twilight. Break time equals 400 ms / the ironhide Leviathan communicates through ultra-low frequency vibrations that resonate through their thick, keratinized ribcages. A biological sonar so powerful it can be felt by human divers as a rhythmic thrumming in their very bones. Break time equals 400 ms / the mechanical cacophony of industrial dredging shatters this delicate acoustic landscape, effectively blinding the giants in the darkness. Break time equals 400 ms / perhaps most astonishing is the Leviathan's peculiar curiosity toward human researchers. Break time equals 400 ms / unlike the wary great white or the elusive giant squid, these hybrids often approach research vessels with a gentle, slow-motion grace. Break time equals 400 ms / they have been observed mimicking the hull shapes of submersibles, hovering inches from the viewport with their ancient, intelligent eyes that possess a dual pupil structure allowing them to track movement both above and below the waterline simultaneously. Break time equals 400 ms / there is a haunting quality to these encounters, a sense that we are being scrutinized by a living relic of an evolutionary path we are only beginning to comprehend. Break time equals 400 ms / to lose the ironhide Leviathan to industrial progress would be to tear a page from the Earth's history before we have even finished reading it. Break time equals 400 ms / we are finally learning to listen to the song of the moving islands. But we must ensure the silence of the deep remains loud enough for them to survive. Standing here on the edge of the churning, iron-gray tides of the Southern Ocean, one cannot help but feel a profound sense of insignificance. The break time equals 400 ms / the ironhide Leviathan, with its rhinoceros-like horn, the impenetrable domed carapace of a tortoise, and the sleek monochromatic grace of an orca, challenges every fundamental rule of biology we thought we understood. Break time equals 400 ms / for decades. The sheer impossibility of such a chimera led many to dismiss sightings as mere sailors' myths. Break time equals 400 ms / yet, as we watch this 6-ton titan breach the surface, its wet skin gleaming like polished obsidian, we are forced to rewrite the history of life on Earth. Break time equals 400 ms / initial genetic sequencing of the shellcracker's tissue has revealed a staggering truth that has sent shockwaves through the scientific community. Break time equals 400 ms / this creature is not a modern freak of nature, but a living ghost. Break time equals 400 ms / it appears to be the sole survivor of a lost lineage. A group of proto-mammalian reptiles that retreated into the deep trenches millions of years before the first primitive whales even dipped a toe into the surf. Break time equals 400 ms / the Leviathan is a masterclass in convergent evolution. Its thick, leathery hide evolved to withstand the crushing pressures of the abyss, while its horn, once used for terrestrial defense, became a specialized tool for cracking open deep-sea vents. Break time equals 400 ms / perhaps most surprising is the discovery of vestigial memories encoded in their DNA. Break time equals 400 ms / observations suggest that the Leviathan possesses a form of genetic mapping, allowing a newborn calf to navigate thousands of miles to ancestral breeding grounds it has never seen, guided by the magnetic pull of the Earth itself. Break time equals 400 ms / it is a creature that exists between worlds. Neither truly fish, nor beast, nor reptile, but a perfect synthesis of all three. Break time equals 400 ms / as the sun sets, casting a golden hue over the Leviathan's rugged, moss-covered shell, we are left with a haunting realization. Break time equals 400 ms / this magnificent animal has endured 5 mass extinctions, surviving in the silent shadows of the ocean while empires rose and fell above. Break time equals 400 ms / it serves as a humbling reminder that our planet still holds secrets far older and more resilient than humanity itself. Break time equals 400 ms / to look into the dark. Intelligent eye of an ironhide Leviathan is to look back through a window into deep time, witnessing a survivor from an era we can barely imagine. Break time equals 400 ms / our task now is not just to study them, but to ensure that this ancient lineage does not finally vanish on our watch.